Let's bring in our first guest, loss prevention and safety consulting, Colin White. Colin, how are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you
Nice
doing?
to see you.
Nice
now,
to see you.
for people that didn't catch you last time you were here, tell them what it is you do.
Well, I work with small business owners and even up to medium and larger size business owners in putting together loss prevention and safety programs, primarily focusing around how do you stop employee theft from happening to you. So
Are you talking about cash, merchandise?
Cash, merchandise, inventory.
What else can they steal?
Oh, they can steal anything from obviously merchandise, inventory, misappropriation of company proprietary information.
What do you mean by that?
Basically stealing company secrets. Things that are
And selling them?
absolutely,
Ooh.
absolutely, yeah, that's a huge one.
Like
That's
an
a big
undercover
one.
agent.
Yeah.
Now, what about like the credit cards and stuff like that? Because that can happen, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and as we know, identity theft is on the huge rise today. I don't think it's probably really surprising to know that the big companies that have been hacked into probably had some sort of an inside job going on at some point too. Money exchange hands, hey, how do we get into your system, so on and so forth. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of customers' information is hacked, and then those people might find out a year or two down the road that their identity's been stolen. So one of the things that we can do is work with them in putting proactive safeguards in place instead of being reactive to it later on. So
What's the thing that people steal most? Cash?
cash is probably the number one thing.
Because they need it.
Yeah, they need it, absolutely. And the thing about it is that there's really no demographic for those people who steal. People think that it is. People think that it's financially related.
My father used to say that everybody has their own level of larceny.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, like I wouldn't steal 100,000, maybe different, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And you know what? This is a $600 billion problem just in the United States on a yearly basis.
Wow.
It's huge. It's
Wow.
huge. So a lot of
Do
times,
these people get prosecuted?
you know what? Probably 95% of the time, the owners don't prosecute, and the reason why is because either they're afraid of liability reasons. They said,
Retaliation.
"Oh, retaliation! I like this person. I can't believe he did it. I'm willing to give him a second
He
chance."
must have
and so
needed it real
He
bad.
must have needed it really bad. Yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, the employee rationalizes on their side. Oh, they cut my hours, so I'm just going to take the money back. He was mean to me.
Yeah, he was mean to me. I didn't get the raise I was supposed to get. You know, there's all kinds of rationalizations that they make for it when they get caught.
Now, do you put them lie detector tests or what?
No, we don't. We don't do anything like that. There's a lot of legality surrounding that. Typically, what we do once we go in and we help establish a program, is we then usually more times than not uncover impropriety that's been going on. A lot of times, if the client, the customer wants to have us sit down and talk to those people, we will. There is a strategic way in which you talk to somebody that has been
To get 'em to
stealing
spill
from
the
an owner.
beans?
Get them to spill the beans, and a lot of times, the way you talk to them, they'll basically, come clean and say, "Hey, this is what I've been doing." That
And
point,
then do they tell you why they did it?
usually they do,
Because they don't want you to think they're a bad person.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. So.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 25 years in the corporate world, and that's where I got all of my expertise and background, working for some of the big Fortune 500 companies, leading those loss prevention teams. And now, for about the last 6 years, I've been doing my own consulting business.
It's become quite sophisticated over 25 years.
It has.
When you look back, it was probably archaic to you.
It
to
was.
What they're doing now.
It was. 25 years ago, they were just on the cusp of closed circuit television. A lot of the different computer programs that can run, on the backside from people's cash registers to kind of keep an eye on what's going on with their employees when they're ringing
Right.
up sales. So, technology just continues to grow leaps and bounds from day to day.
What can they do these days?
As far as technology, there's a lot of things a small business owner can do. I always recommend the first and foremost thing is look at what your camera situation is like. If you
One
don't
right
have
above the
cameras-
register?
One right above the register. If you don't have cameras, get cameras in place. Second thing is you've got to have some sort of a anti-theft policy in place. Let your employees know directly up front that we will not tolerate theft from us. Keep a positive work environment. A lot of people will not steal if they feel that they're appreciated, they're thanked on a daily basis. If the boss or the owner...
Thank you for
comes-
not stealing.
Thank you for not stealing. Absolutely, absolutely. Screening of employees is essential. A lot of people say it's too expensive. Well, you know what, the average loss to a small business over a 2-year period, and that's typically how long an employee theft incident goes.
Wow.
Before that person is even caught, okay? It's $43,000 during that time, okay? That's why a third of all business bankruptcies, according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, are due to some sort of a employee theft issue. So it's staggering.
Do these people come to you, or do you go to them?
You know what? We basically have our information out on our website. We get a lot of referrals from other people we've done business with, but you can find our information on our website. Call us up. There's a link to communicate with us via email. Give us a phone call, and we'd be happy to come out and sit down with you and talk to you.
My parents owned businesses when I was a kid. I've owned businesses as an adult. And I got to say, this is probably worse than what your clients think it is going in.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. I mean, I could sit here and spout statistics all day on what the FBI states and the Small Business Administration. It is literally staggering to look at what the numbers are. And unfortunately, employers are not even aware of it most of the time. They just think, oh, well, this came up missing. Well, you know what? No big deal. I'll write it off at the end of the year on taxes as a
Could be the
loss.
employees. It was probably a customer.
It could have been a
Right.
customer. It could have been, you know, a manager.
Well, what does
working
it take
for
a small business dollar-wise to get into this? On the low end?
From our end of it?
Yeah.
Usually we come in, first of all, we come in and we'll do a free initial consultation.
Okay.
We'll look at what's going on with their business. And then what we'll do is we'll put together a package price based on, you know, the number of employees that they have. We're not going to stick with the same type of a package price for a small business guy as we would for a larger business, obviously,
Right.
because it's going to be more of a complex program that we have
Sure.
to put together. So it's really reasonable in terms of, you know, what does it look like for your specific business. And again, the owners and managers within these organizations have to look at, you know, would I rather pay a little bit up front to be proactive, or would
Right.
I rather pay a whole lot to be reactive on the back end?
And have control of the money.
Have control of the money, and that's how you grow your business.
Right.
Without the money going
Pay
to
it
the bank
out the
every day.
front door rather than it running out the back door.
Absolutely,
I like
absolutely.
it. Colin, how do they get a hold of you, bud?
Our website, www.lpsconsulting.org. Our phone number, there's a link to send us an email. It's right on our website, and just reach out to us, and we'll be happy to sit down and talk to you.
Awesome. It's always cool talking with you. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
a sponsor of the Buzz.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stick around.